All right. Monday, May 19th, 7:54 a.m. New memory card. It's 1 terabyte. First time using terabyte, usually just use 512s. It said on the screen before I clicked record, it says 86 hours and change. So I got, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months recording. I don't know. All I know is I don't have to worry about it for a while. I gotta get new gloves out. I'm gonna actually grab the bag right here. I got not a promotion. Don't get paid by anybody. I just fucking love those things. Those things are awesome. Just fucking awesome. They last anywhere from about 3 months to 9 months, depending on how hard you work out and how much weight you lift with it, how much torque you're putting on it to basically tear the material. So I get about 6 months out of them when I use them. I can use them a lot more actually, because again, these are, you know, they're tore up and stuff, but see how the material's torn. I mean, you still use them, but new ones are so much fresher and nicer. Anyways, going real, it's a mile walk, no weight, no incline. I'm not adding weight. Remember last week I said it's gonna be a light week, mainly due to my forearm, my left forearm, because I tweaked it with my cane. I walk with my cane and lean on my cane because my back's crunched over. I can't, like, I can stand so long and my body just, like, you know, the pressure's just, I gotta lean on a cane and walk with a cane depending on how far I walk. I don't like using it around the house and all the other things. I want to not use it as much as possible. I should be in a fucking wheelchair now, as bent as I am, but fuck that shit. I ain't gonna be in a wheelchair till I'm fucking 90, and even then my ass is gonna be moving around. As a result of all the other men in my father's family. They literally walk till they walk to the grave. They constantly move. It's insane. It's literally nuts. Anyways, I'm going light again. It's Bis and Tri Day. Going light all this week because of forearm. My ulcerative colitis, like I said last week, I'm having more blood than I care to admit. You know, usually if somebody were to see this nightmare that's going on with the lower end of me here, they probably wouldn't work out. But again, you got to move the fluid. You know, like I said before, working out is the only thing that you can do to your body that your body wants to act right. So, you know, diet and supplementation, everything else, your body fights that fairly easy, right? But working out, like, it's almost like while you're working out, your DNA is like trying to like be normal while you work out. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain unless you're sick and you've worked out as long as you have and seen the trends and everything that I've seen. Even if you've just started working out, you should be able to notice the difference, right? Like you feel kind of crappy before and after your workout, so to speak. Not so much after, but before and the day before and whatnot. You get in the gym, you start working out, and you just feel like better, like more normal. It's really hard to explain being sick feeling, you know, depending on your illness or illnesses, and then working out, and it just like your body, you're like your DNA just like rotates back to normal while you work out, and then as the day goes on after your workout, it slowly unlocks to your illnesses again until you work out again the next day. It's extremely hard to explain until you do it and know what I'm talking about. So again, light week. Monday it's mile walk and bis and tris. I'm doing a really light bi and tri day, really light. So all I'm doing is I just want to heat this forearm up. Heat it up, warm it up, get the fluids moving, get the toxins pulled out, get the nutrients and juices to the area to heal it up, and it works. I've done this again, I don't know, countless times. I don't stop when I tweak something. I alter my exercises so I can keep working out, and your stuff heals. It will heal, pending you exercise in a way that allows it to heal. You know, don't just go in and chop 10 pounds off, or you know what I mean. Like a lot of people, if they pull weight off, they'll add a little more reps to still get a good workout. And the idea is to heat it up, to get the nutrients and the fluids in your body moving constantly. You got to move them in the right direction. When you're ill, your fluids don't move in the right direction. When you work out, like I just said before, your fluids just start moving in the right direction. You feel semi-normal when you're working out. It's weird. I don't know. The only thing I can say is you got to do it yourself. You know, everyone laying around, I'm sick, I feel horrible, oh, I can't move. Like, shut the fuck up, get up and move. Once you get in the gym, move around, your brain will be like, holy fucking shit, I actually feel pretty normal right now. And then as the day goes on, everything kind of rotates back. But again, you get that lasting effect from the workout that lasts, fairly most of the day, pending on your diet as well and supplementation. You have to lock everything. And again, I've been doing this for many years, and I have most of the shit documented on all my stupid trackers and whatnot. So, and I haven't lost enough blood to affect my heart yet, because my resting heart rate is still balls on normal. So my body must be keeping up enough to replenish enough of the blood and fluids. Red blood cells are a different story, but the fluids in general. But your resting heart rate starts rising as the less blood you have in your body, because your heart's compensating. And there's a point where you do have to pull back or stop for a while until your red cells pump up again. Your fluids pump up within a couple days. Red cells take damn near a month, depending. Again, supplementation, diet, getting your B vitamins in, your iron in, eating some red meats. If you can, eat green stuff like spinach, has a lot of iron in it and stuff like that. So I can't really do a lot of green stuff, but holy shit, it's almost 8 minutes, and I better get to the walk before I have to piss myself again. So let's do the mile walk. Mile wide, didn't clean those damn bottles up, damn it. Anyways, fresh memory card, fresh gloves. I wish I had fresh balls. Keep your fingers crossed on that one, right? Right. Mile walk time, baby. Alright, let's get plant these bitch ass out of the way. And I probably could go. I could probably go a little bit harder in the arm workout today than I'm gonna actually do, but again, just to heal it. I want to be able to slowly over the next couple of weeks increase it to where I was before. But I do not want to take time off. Taking time off, trust me, if you're ill and you've worked out and you know how you feel before, blah, 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 you don't. Should be no reason to take any time off. But on your days off, rest, because that helps too. You feel shitty because you're not working out, but again, it's your normal rest days, so really rest. Take the time to drop your shit and not move. Alright. Okay, wet the throat, wet the mouth. Okay, get the shorts the way I want it. Get the eye boogers out. Remember, we get the night bugs. Wash the fluid from under your eyes. Fresh, clean towel. Cleaned out my shit yesterday. All right, I can feel old urine knocking at the door. So let's get this mile done here. All right. Alright. Just this, because I gotta get the fluid down this arm especially. Alright, always on display. Pep, 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 pep. Alright, indoor walk. Think. Oof. And if you think he won't feel better, the colitis, ulcerative colitis, even Crohn's, people with Crohn's, or any other bowel issue, to be honest, while you work out, you think, oh, it's just gonna feel even worse. It feels much better. Sitting down and laying there, you feel like a pile of shit. Trust me, I've done that too. But this, do this, move. Even if you can only walk, just walk. Move. All right. Okay, 42 seconds in. 2.7 speed, 0 incline, no weight. I want to do weight so bad, but I can't. Let's do this. And the bottom of my feet are nice and sweaty. That's fantastic. Alright, new memory card time. I got the best one, the Extreme. So I'm hoping Extreme means badass and flawless. But we'll see, right? Got a little plantar fasciitis still, like I said last week, on my right heel. But what's that pain compared to the spine? I mean, honestly. When it comes to bone and tendon and ligament pain and shit. So, people complain about that shit. Get some real pain, buddy. Yo! Alright, damn, I feel like I'm running here. Alright. Let's get some music going and kick some butt. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? I got him, he's on, he's running, him, new bottle, him, water, new gloves, new memory card, fresh towel, semi-charged. Keep those arms swinging at the fluid. that squirrel. Half mile. Half mile. Heart rate's right on. Oh, what the hell? Squirrel factory. What's going on? 3/4 of a mile. 3/4 of a mile. Okay. Beautiful. Minutes left. 22:14, 1 mile. 46 seconds left. You round up. Speed. One minute, then 0.8 for the last minute. Point 8. I'm sucking my damn eye here. Alright. Damn, it all flew into my damn eye. Done. Alright. The walk sets your body up for the weights. Okay. Alright, show you my walk here. My active calories are a little lower than normal. It's 135 active calories. So I'm 5 active calories lower than my, basically my honey zone, my between 140 and 160. But that's just fine. It's sometimes goes a little above, sometimes it goes a little below. So it's only when there's like a dramatic, you know, it's like 200 or if it's like 100 or something, then it's I want to look into it and find out what's wrong. But that's mile walk on Monday, 135 active calories. Heart rate's right on money. So I'm not worried about much right now because that's, your heart rate tells a lot about a lot of things. I wish they would measure more metrics of what's going on in your body. There's stuff that we don't even know, like certain things that give you clues into other things. Kind of like your heart rate, but your heart rate's the ultimate, being your, you know, your main organ for keeping you alive. So, yeah, my bis and tris are going to be a little different, like I said, lighter. So I'm going to start out, I'm not doing dips today because dips, I'm putting all my 160 pounds. Damn, burps. Unless it come right up to my throat and then go down again. So I'm just gonna do the preacher and then row push down, and I'm starting out at just 20 to 25 pound weight. And I might, like I said, how do you feel before, during, and after? You know, I'll rep a set, an actual exercise or a workout, the whole thing in general, and life in general too, all day long. Evaluate yourself, especially if you're ill. Starting out at 25s, and I'm gonna try to do at least 4 sets. I don't know if I'm gonna go up in weight or I'm just gonna stay at the 25s and just do 4 sets, you know. But I'll evaluate it as I go and then find out. But I'm starting out at the 25s. But all right, I showed you my walk. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then be right back with buys and tries.